What's up, internet comic book community, and welcome back to another video. It's that time of week again when we sit down and take a look at all the best and worst covers hitting your local comic book shelves this week for the week of June 4th, 2025. As always, we're going to start with DC Comics, go to Marvel, go to Independence, and give you a few honorable mentions. Despite the number of books coming out this week, there aren't a lot of credible covers to talk about this week. Found a couple good ones, found a couple bad ones, not much in between other than that. So what do you say we jump right into it this week? Let's talk some comics, shall we? As always, we're going to start off our night with DC Comics and your offering from DC Comics. And leading the charge tonight, we have this Absolute Green Lantern #3, cover 150. It's a e-cover, Juliet Nakah Virgin variant. I really like the use of the greens in here, the aura coming off of this gentleman. It's just a really well done cover, and probably one of the best covers on this Absolute Green Lantern book this week. From one great cover to a not so great cover, we have Poison Ivy 34. This cover E 1 in 25 Helen Mask variant. I get kind of tarot card vibes from this cover, which isn't necessarily terrible, but what really kills this for me, and I am understanding that it's maybe supposed to be her hair, but look how massive her head looks right here. Like, her face doesn't look like Poison Ivy. Her face doesn't look right. The hair right here almost looks like it's traced. I'm not saying that it is. I don't want to throw out accusations. Not saying this is traced off of something else, but the hair here looks real weird. And what's this double head? Like, it looks like her head should end right here, and that's the end of it. Cool, no harm, no foul. But then you got this double head here after this stuff coming out of her hair. It looks like it's traced over another image. It looks like it was just plopped on top of another image, and it just doesn't, like, what's with the off coloring on the hands? I don't know. It just does not scream great cover to me. Definitely not worth that extra money that you have to pay on these variant covers, especially at a ratio at a 1 in 25. Not worth that this week. Definitely not a great cover, but we're going to stick in the realm of Poison Ivy here and go from a not great cover to a really good cover. We got this Poison Ivy 34. It is a cover C, so it's an open order cover. It's a Gaiden variant. I love the use of the Venus flytraps in the hair. I love the way that Poison Ivy looks in here. The use of the colors, the way she's combing her hair. Reminds you kind of like Ariel from The Little Mermaid with a little dingle hopper there, if you will. The little people coming out of the Venus flytraps, running along her. This right here is just an overall really good Poison Ivy cover and a really good offering, especially for an open order. If you were to tell me that other cover should have been the open order, I would totally agree with you. This should be a 1 in 25 compared to what we got in that previous offering. Up next, we have Birds of Prey 22, a cover E 1 in 25 Edwin Gallman variant. I'm not really sure what's going on here. What's going on with these ratio variants for these DC books this week? You're telling me this is a 1 in 25? Look how tiny Cassandra Cain is. Look how tiny Batgirl is up there. She looks like an Oompa Loompa. What are we doing here with the ratio and the proportions of everything? I appreciate the zoomed up, like you're looking at from the windshield perspective of the bike, and the foreground looks good, but what's going on in the background? Why does Cassandra Cain look like she's riding piggyback instead of riding on the back of the bike, or even flying above her? I don't know. It's just not a great cover, and especially at a 1 in 25. What are you trying to do this week, DC? Moving on, we got this Justice League, the Atom Project #6, cover B, Aaron Bartling variant. I really like this variant. I like the use of the color, the way he's looks ginormous compared to everything else, the way he's growing like the Atom does. Beautiful cover, really well done. I think it's a really well done cover. Then we have a couple offerings here from Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong 2 here. We have an A cover, the Dan Mora B cover, a C cover, a Gabrielle Hardman D cover. We have a E cover, a foil, and the blank variant as an F. We also have a couple incentives. We have this G cover, this H 1 in 50, and then of course a 1 in 100. for my opinion, that's when this cover H125 Kevin Maguire variant is amazing. I love the aspect of how Godzilla takes up the entire cover, just showing you how massive Godzilla is as he's about to light up the skies with his heat ray breath, and then how tiny Superman is in comparison. Really well done cover. Love the detailing, both Godzilla and Superman, for how tiny he is. Just a beautiful offering from this book. And so from a book that's fitting of Godzilla to one that's not so fitting of Godzilla, we have this cover E, John Geigen foil variant. Look, I don't like this because why is Green Lantern making butt head face? Like, the dragon in the background is really cool. The foreground, the missing, I'm sure it's probably a connecting cover. But I don't understand why Green Lantern's making butt head face. Superman over here, like his pompadour is looking tight and fresh. And then who's this in the background? That ain't Wonder Woman. That's not Wonder Woman. What is this? It's like John put so much detail into the dragon and Green Lantern that and Superman, even that. So he was past his deadline, and by the time it came to Wonder Woman, he had to rush. And it's just like the most generic looking thing you've ever seen. Not a great representation, not a great cover, in my opinion. The three-headed dragon in the back is really, really cool, but not a big fan of the way Wonder Woman looks there. Then we're moving on to our DC Pride month 2025 #1. I love this cover B Souza Micah variant with Harley and Poison Ivy on it, holding hands. Just look how good Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy both look on this cover. It is a beautiful cover. It is a beautiful representation of Pride Month for DC, and it's probably one of their better Pride covers, if I'm being honest. It's just really, really well done, and just you can't go wrong with a beautiful Souza Micah cover, especially this one. That's it for DC. Like I said, not a whole lot of to offer from DC this week, so we'll just go ahead and move right into Marvel. Jumping into Marvel here for kicking us off for the best covers of the week, we have this Ultimate Wolverine #6. Lionel Francis U Ultimate Special variant. If you're not reading this Ultimate Wolverine, this is the ultimate version of Jean Grey. She's being held captive, Phoenix, and it's just a very well done cover. I love the toned down, kind of used the washed out colors here. Just their lighting, I should say, just ever so slightly echoing off her silhouette, really making it pop. The hole in her head, the face, it's just really well done cover. The detail and the mechanics are, I should say, mechanical mechanisms in her back that she's laying in front of. Very well done cover. I'm actually super excited to read this issue and see where this story is going next. From that, we go to this Fabrizio Del Tommaso variant on the Immortal Thor 24. Not great. He's making poop face. Looks like Thor's constipated and he's ready to grip it and rip it. Not a great cover. Almost looks like a Frankenstein face, if you would. If you were to show me this picture and he wasn't holding Stormbreaker and Mjolnir, I would not say Thor. I would be like, is that Dave Mustaine from Megadeth? Because it does not look like Thor. Not a massive fan of this cover this week. It's one that I will be leaving on the shelf. Then from one I won't be picking up to one I definitely will be picking up, I got this Amazing Spider-Man #5 Joelle Jones variant. Amazing cover. I like the detail in Spider-Man and Black Cat. Look at the detail in that webbing, the sky, the fire escapes as Black Cat's trying to catch all that money as Spider-Man's webbing her ankles up. Beautifully done cover. Fantastic. Going to be a prize for any Spider-Man collection. And it doesn't hurt that the Amazing Spider-Man book has been fantastic. So yeah, Joe Kelly has been absolutely killing it on the Amazing Spider-Man. So can't wait to read issue 5 in stores this Wednesday. Move on to a cover that I don't know what's going on here. We have this Red Hulk Danny Earls variant. Man, Hulk looks like, he's got dick fingers, first of all. Don't know what that's about. Don't know why he's got dick knuckles. Don't know why he's got a strong arm. I mean, I could take a guess if I wanted to, and a strong leg, but we're not going to go there. This is just absolutely grotesque. I think it's meant to be that way. Those toenails are the thing of nightmares. It's not something I'm really digging. Haven't really been digging any covers on this Red Hulk book as of late. and not really reading this Red Hulk book either, but it kind of looks like a cross between Red Hulk and Abomination. Just a cover I'm not really digging, one I'm not really here for, especially when it's probably going to be $3.99, $4.99 cover price. Nah, no thanks. I'll spend my money elsewhere. Moving on to a book I'm definitely picking up. We have Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion #1. That's Francisco Mobili variant. I love this cover. I love the detail and Miles in this new suit in the foreground with the Ultimates in the background. With the Ultimates unite. We're getting this crossover event where Miles from our current 616 universe crosses over into our new Hickman Ultimate universe. Hopefully we're getting to the point where the Maker's gonna start waking up due to this event. As we all know, he's been trapped in the city for 6 months. So hopefully we're going to see what happens with that. But I'm super excited and super intrigued, especially after kind of the tease we got on New Comic Book Day, what's going to happen in this book. Looking forward to it. This is the cover I'm going to be picking up. Beautiful cover. There's a few good covers on this book, but this is the one that really stood out to me the most. And I just can't wait to check this book out and talk to you all about it on Wednesday or Thursday when I do the pickups review show, which if you're not checking that out, I definitely recommend it. There you get more of my taste and what I've actually picked up and what I'm reviewing and if I liked or disliked the book, things like that. But I can't wait to talk about this on Wednesday or Thursday whenever that video goes up in regards to Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion #1, especially if you're reading the Hickman Ultimate Spider-Man run and you've really enjoyed that. I think this is a book you're definitely going to want to check out, and I can't wait to talk to you all about that in a future video. Now we're coming to I love the story on this all new Venom run. It's been so fun, but this all new Venom #7 is an homage cover. This David Baldoni spoiler variant. Listen, we learned in the last issue that Venom needs Mary Jane, Mary needs Venom to survive. One can't survive without the other at this point. But this is just bad. It's an homage cover. It's just not great here. Like, Mary Jane looks like a cat. Her face looks terrible. Venom's upper body's massive. What's up with his like short, stubby little midsection and then the legs? Yeah, it's not a great cover. It's not a very well done cover. I feel like this cover could have been homaged in a lot better way without Mary Jane looking like a literal cat. But art is subjective, and the artist made it on this book that's more than I've done. So I'm just a talking head that's going to critique online, but I'm not a big fan of this cover. So as I will be picking this book up, I might opt for the A cover or something else over this, spoiler variant, because spoiler alert, Mary Jane's not a cat. And I'm a huge Mary Jane fan. I love Mary Jane covers, and I won't be picking this one up because that Mary Jane just is not perfect. That was terrible. Absolutely terrible. But from not perfect to damn near perfect, we're going to move into Storm #9. This 1 in 25 Jeff DeCall variant. I absolutely love this cover. Storm over here kind of looks like WWE superstar Jade Cargill, if you're familiar with her, who models her ring gear and attire after Storm and looks like Storm. This is a beautiful cover. I love the way the lightning is reflecting off her wrists and her headpiece, the luminescence of her hair. It's just an overall really, really, really well done Storm cover. And then I'm gonna admit, like, Imperial #1, I think all these covers are bomb. I could not pick a best and worst cover for Imperial #1. I love this A cover here, the simplisticness of this A cover with Hulk and She-Hulk and Hulkling up top with Black Panther, the title, the trade dress, and then Nova's helmet down here and smoldering wreckage with just the red behind it. I absolutely think this is a banger cover. The B cover is a banger, and the Harvey Argaron cover, connecting cover, is a banger cover. This Todd Nuck iconic variant on the C cover is a banger. This D Peach Momoko even coming in hard on this book with her She-Hulk. You got the Scotty Young E cover, the F cover, the Adi Granoff G cover coming in hard. You even have some incentives. The 1 in 25 Alessandro Cappuccio variant on the H cover coming in hard. The only one I was questioning about is the Jim Lee cover, but it's Jim Lee. This 1 in 50 Jim Lee Hidden Gems variant still coming in hard. Then you got the 1 in 100 or 1 in 100 or Adi Granoff Virgin variant. You got a 1 in 100K cover. Those covers are all hard. They all go hard. Every single one of them. You can't go wrong with any of these covers on Imperial #1. Super stoked to check out this book. Let me know in the comment section below. Are you checking out Imperial #1 this week? Or what book is it that's coming out this week that you're really, really looking forward to? Next up on worst covers, we have this Ghost Rider versus Galactus #1. This Juan Ferreira variant. Look, I believe Juan Ferreira is doing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles right now, killing it on that book. That art absolutely kills it. I'm a big fan of his art, but I'm not a big fan of this cover here, just because as cool as it looks, Ghost Rider on his back, like choking out Galactus with his chains, the Galactus's small little hands here and his face looks like he's pushing out a grumpy. It just doesn't work for me. Not a big fan of the art style in this book. Like with Ghost Rider, just come on, man. I don't want to hate. I love Juan's work. I love his work on TMNT. It's one of my favorite books. I can't wait to read that book every month, but I'm just not a big fan of this Galactus and Ghost Rider book. Not one of his better offerings as far as covers go. That's it for our Marvel offerings. Now we're going to move into our independents here. And we're kicking us off with the Scorched 41 cover B Von Randall variant. I love this cover. Just all that it's depicting. It's a beautiful cover. I don't really think I need to say any more than just how good. I mean, look at that. The use of the whites, the skeleton, a Virgin Mary-esque with the crown of thorns. Just such a really, really good cover and a beautiful Scorched cover. Then we have this Radiant Black 34 cover C 1 in 25 Matt Taylor foil Virgin variant. I feel like the simplicity of this cover really hurts it. It's a 1 in 25. Again, what are we doing here with these ratio variants? Not a big fan of this. I do like the use of color in it, but the simplicity of it looks like it was just a sketch on a piece of paper in a bar and never finished. And they're like, all right, well, we'll take that for the cover. It's like, Matt Taylor was approached by the Radiant Black team and like, we need a cover for 34 of 1 in 25. Can you do something for us? He doodled it real quick and they colored it and away they went. Just not a big fan of the simplicity of this cover. I want more detail. I want more substance, especially at a 1 in 25 if you're going to pay ratio for that cover. Up next, we have Thundercats #16, this Lucio Perillo variant. I love the use of Chitara here, even though she kind of looks like she's got boar face. She's about to go into battle, just stone cold, absolute killer, ready to rock and roll, ready to powerhouse down and defeat the forces of evil. Really, really nice Chitara cover on this Thundercats here. And there's a lot of covers for this Thundercats 16, but I'd really like the A cover a lot. I think the Chitara is really well done, and it's just a very good looking cover. Then from a good looking Thundercats cover to a not so good looking Thundercats cover, we have Thundercats 16, this cover E Manix Abrera variant. I'm not a fan of these covers at all. I don't like how they look like a toned down kind of altered version of Adventure Time. Just not a big fan of the way they're done and this art style at all. So that's why it made it to my worst covers of the week list. Then to the best cover of the week, we have Terminator #8, this Edwin Gallman variant on a cover B. I love the use of the Terminator looking over through the woods underneath them. It's a great Terminator cover. Need I say more? It's very detailed. Who doesn't love the Terminator? Very well done. And from my best cover on Terminator to a worst cover on Terminator, we have the Terminator #8, the Dalkin Shalavi cover. I believe this is the A cover. It's like all the screens there. And when I first looked at it, I was like, this cover is just screens blown out. I don't know what's going on here. Why? What am I looking at? And then to get more detail, you can see the Terminator in the background. And I just feel like that Terminator doesn't pop enough. There's not enough like to make it look like a reflection in the screens of the Terminator. And so I just feel like it was very poorly done. You couldn't even tell that this screen really was like, or these screens here are like static, like they're not working. It's just, I don't know. I feel like that blue kind of washes out the Terminator, and the reflection of the Terminator makes it really hard to see. It took me like multiple looks at this cover to finally see it. And I'm like, oh man, kind of reminded me of like one of those hidden image photos. It's a sailboat. It's a sailboat. When am I going to see the sailboat? It's kind of how I felt looking at this cover. So not a massive fan of it. And then we have this let this one be a devil #4. This is such a sick cover. I just love skull covers. It's so well done. The use of the skull, just everything about it is so good. Absolutely killer from Dark Horse. And then not great cover, we go to Star Trek Lore Wars Part 5 of 5. What is going on here with Data in this David Tinto cover? It looks like Data is being a puppet master, but at the same time, it again looks like he's smelling something foul. It's like his vinegar strokes, like he's smelling sweaty balls or something. It's just not great. And then you have the other Data looking like Sheldon Cooper, just chained up for some kinky business. Not a big fan of this cover at all. Not a big fan of the vinegar strokes face. What are we doing here? Star Trek, what are we doing? And from that Star Trek cover, we're going to move on to Pop Kills #4, this J. Scott Campbell Frisky variant. I love the use of the oversized pop bottles, the oversized guns, her sitting in kind of like a cola float, nude, kind of bathing. I'm here for it. It's awesome. It's J. Scott Campbell. I'm going to pick this cover up. It's a really well done cover, a really done J. Scott Campbell. And of course, it's going to look awesome in any Campbell collector's collection. That's it for our independents. Now we're going to move into a couple of our honorable mentions here. We have this. I don't normally do store variants or store exclusives, but every once in a while, one catches my eye that I feel like deserves some shine. In this G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero 317 from 616 Comics, spot foil virgin variant with the Baroness, kind of that recruition poster with the Baroness. I want you for Cobra Army, nearest recruiting station. It's a beautiful cover. She looks like WWE superstar Liv Morgan with black hair. Absolutely stunning, absolutely beautiful. I'm going to try and see if I can't pre-order or order this cover from 616 Comics. Beautifully done, beautiful Baroness cover. It's an homage to the Cobra Commander one, but I think it's really badass and was really well done. And then my other honorable mention goes to Thundercats 16. This Ken Hesser, sorry if I butchered that or any names here, variant. I love the homage to the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I love the kind of image of Lion-O holding his sword in the title card. It's a very, very well done homage. Very beautiful cover. One of the better options for Thundercats compared to the ones we talked about earlier. And with that, that's it. That is it for my best and worst covers of the week. I hope you guys are excited for New Comic Book Wednesday to get out there and pick up some of these beautiful covers that'll be hitting store shelves. But with that being said, if you like the content I'm putting out and you want to see more of it, check out more on the channel here at the end of this video. Check out my Thursday show, Wednesday or Thursday show, whenever the video goes live, when I review all my pickups this week and review the comics that I picked up. And make sure to hit that like, subscribe button, turn that notification bell on so you know whenever we go live. If you want to support the channel, make sure to become a channel member. It goes a long way to keep me pumping out content. We have some great options for channel members. And if always, if you don't want to do that, word of mouth helps. Please tell your friends, tell your family, tell everyone that's a comic book fan so we can keep growing the channel and keep pumping out amazing content here. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time around the spinner rack.